What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Jesus Coin today, yet again. Shout out to George and the rest of the Jesus Squad on the Testimonial Tuesdays. Anybody who does Crypto Church, you guys are awesome. It's a lot of fun, man. You guys are great. You know, I like hearing everybody's stories and just getting the community jacked up and all coming together over this coin. It's really cool. And then more than that too, you know. But we all have our different beliefs and stuff. But anyways. Looking at this here, you know, I was mentioning a couple things in the crypto church that I was at. I was talking about this, and I was like, you know, I'm probably going to say the same thing on my analysis, which I am now, is that, you know, you find resistance at this 50 level so many times, but you're not getting any bearish follow-through. I would have thought by like this time that you would have gone to the oversold zone. If not, then at least this time for sure. And this time it's like, you got to be kidding me. It's definitely going to happen. But then this time, it's like, hold up now. Just like anything with technical analysis, when you get like more than 3 taps, really more than 2, but more than 3, the odds of breaking that level of resistance, and that's what this is on our RSI, Relative Strength Index perspective, it's resistance. The more you tap it, the weaker it gets, right? And we're about to break through. I really do think we're about to break through, because not only did we not get bearish, or we did not get bearish follow through, we actually had higher lows with a kind of flat base, right? That's a bullish looking structure to me, man. On the 4 hour, I'm just saying, I think we are getting ready to break above that 50. I do think that this is the low. In fact, I'm starting to think, here we are sitting at 6.031. I don't know if we're going to get back below 6.03 until we form our next like all-time high, until maybe like after the burn, right? We could, but count your blessings if you can snag some up down there, man. Count your blessings if you can snag some now. I think I'm starting to think, guys, my mentality, my ideas, my personality on Jesus Coin has shifted. I don't think that we're going to consolidate for the next week to week and a half, right? I don't think it's going to go until like the middle of December. It might be by the end of this week that we actually start to climb up again. Maybe by the end of this week, I mean, not maybe, I would say probably by the end of this week, we're not above this high. When I say climb, I don't mean this. That is not climbing, right? That is launching. That is accelerating. Climbing is like this, right? We're probably going to climb is what I'm thinking. We have wound up in this little like triangle formation here, so when we break it, I'm sure we will see an initial pop as we did back here. But again, we can pull back and form a higher low, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that at all. So I do think we're going to climb. But as far as consolidating goes, I think now we're going to be moving into that upside move. And with that can come downs. Again, you know, I do think that it's going to be volatile more or less. It's going to be a lot less volatile when we break this high, because at that point it's just going to be pedal to the metal. But I do think things are changing. I do think that maybe as grounded as I feel like I was by saying we're going to consolidate for the next week to week and a half, as grounded as I feel like that was, maybe I was too bearish. Maybe I discounted this coin a little bit too much, and we're not going to have as much time down here as I was thinking, man, which is very exciting, definitely very exciting, especially if you want to see this thing go up. But I had a dream. I shared this in the Testimonial Tuesdays, and I'm going to share it now. I shared it on the Discord, but I had a dream. I woke up, and Jesus Coin straight up was like this, man, just like that, not with that little curve, but just like all the way up. Actually, let me try this again real quick. Let's see how steady I can be. All the way up, just like that. We broke through the 6-0 mark. We were at 5 zeros. I saw 5 zeros, 1 something. That's all I remember. So maybe we turn around right there, but that at least is what I'm expecting we're going to see by the burn. And the thing is I know it sounds crazy to dream about crypto, you guys, but I'm not going to explain it right now, but I do believe in the power of dreams, and I do believe that we can interpret them, and I do believe that you can see a dream where somebody dies, and that doesn't mean that somebody dies, right? You can have a dream where you're rich, filthy rich, and you might not ever be rich. That's not necessarily how it works, but let's just say I've had some experience in dreams that have come to fruition that literally happened exactly as I dreamed them, right? And this felt like one of those dreams. It really did feel like one of those dreams. And I've talked to a couple other people apparently who have had very similar dreams in the Jesus Coin community. So They might just be dreams, dream in one hand, make it happen in another. Which one's going to come first? But call it a dream, call it a vision, call it a whatever. I do think that we do have higher prices to go. Our minimum extension right now is at 6075. The 1618, the golden extension, would take us right to dreamland. Right there, literally right where I was talking about, right? And we absolutely, by the burn, by the end of this year, we could go higher. We could go a lot higher. We could go to 5 zeros too. We could go to 507. Who knows how high this thing's going to go, right? If we were, let's just see real quick, right? Let's just entertain this thought of a 3618 extension, which I don't think is going to happen. But let's just entertain the thought. That's 2,000. It's a little bit more than that, actually, isn't it? It's a 2,300% move, okay? Jesus coin right now, what would that do to its market cap? Market cap is worth, let's say, 50 million. A 2,300% move is a 20, right? That'd almost be a 24x. So you do 24 times 50. Oh, what would that be? I don't know, man. I'm normally better at math, but I'm going to bust out the Google calculator because it's been a long day. So 50 times 24 or 25, what was it? Shout out to Jesus Outlaws. To 24, it would be 24. 50 times 24. So that would be actually $1.2 billion. Insane, but not impossible. By the end of the year, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't really think that we're going to see $1 billion market cap until probably the end of 2024 with this thing. Ridiculous things can happen, but my idea of like where this thing is going to top off by the end of the cycle, by the end of the bull cycle, is probably going to be anywhere from $1 billion to $15 billion in market cap valuation. Some people think that that's too high. Some people think that that's too low. But $1 billion to $15 billion, that's a pretty big range. And I do think that we could see that range by the end of the cycle. It's the end of 2023 right now. We have 2024 and the end of 2025 to go, okay? Because the end of the cycle likely will be at the end of 2025, the latter part of 2025, the later half there. So that's a lot of time, right? We're not just going to move up in a straight line to the $1 billion zone, though we could, right? It's happened with some coins. To be fair, again, I like to reference this. Dogecoin was worth $1 billion in market cap valuation. It was actually just a little bit lower than that. And even though it was at that like $990 million market cap level, in a 24-hour period, it saw a 14x in growth. Okay, so and that was in a 24-hour period. So we could see some crazy numbers, But again, I don't know if we're going to see this by the burn. I do want to keep it grounded and just say that by the burn we could see a price growth of, maybe we see a price growth of like 233% from the current price, something like that. I still feel like that is a bit absurd to think in like less than a month's time, like about a half month's time, that we would see that. But there's a lot of things lining up with that, man. I don't think we're done climbing yet. Seeing a 1618 golden extension is not crazy, especially off of a small fib move like this in relativeness to the charts. I'd really like to see how we interact with this 6 zeros 3 9, the 6 zeros 4 level, the golden ratio right there. I'd love to see how we interact with that. That would be very telling. But beyond all that, man, I had a prophetic dream of us seeing these prices, so I'm very convinced. It took some restraint to not buy more at these levels. I have a heavy bag of Jesus coin, man. So I could add more, could always have more Jesus coin, but I'm happy with what I have. But I'm serious, guys. I very much do believe that that dreams do come true. And with that, I'll leave you. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, good day. Bye-bye.